Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be listening to some stories about giants. Like and subscribe.
Do you know who the biggest giant in the Bible was? No, it wasn't Goliath. The largest giant that ever lived was called Og, king of Bashan. Og was known for his colossal size, and his iron bed alone was about 4 meters long. Its story is found mainly in the book of Deuteronomy, and is often associated with Moses and the people of Israel during their journey through the desert as they approached the Promised Land. When they came across the region of Bashan, Moses sent spies to reconnoiter the land. These reported the presence of giants in the region, Og, the king of Bashan, being one of them. Og and his people faced Moses and the Israelites in battle. God promised Moses that they would succeed, thus providing divine help. However, the giant Og teaches us a powerful lesson about the fragility of arrogance in the face of divine power. Even with all his physical grandeur, Og could not resist God's will. Their defeat not only symbolizes the victory of the people of Israel, but also highlights God's sovereignty over any adversity. It's a powerful reminder that in the face of divine power, even the greatest giants fall. If you believe in the power of God to overcome any adversity in your life, comment "I believe" and share this video. God bless you.
Hey you, do you believe in giant trees? Or giants? Well, if you don't, this video is for you. Nothing to be suspicious about here, just a 2.5 mile wide tree stump. You can't tell me giant things or giants didn't exist. Just look at all the grains on top of that tree stump, which is now classified as a mountain. Like, that looks like a giant tree stump. Here's just a different view. These giant trees are even mentioned in the Bible. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 11. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. It's even mentioned in the Bible how angelic watchers came down to cut down the trees, and to leave the tree stumps of the roots thereof in the earth. Could it be we're seeing what is talked about in the Bible? Like, look at that. No, yeah, nothing to see here, just a giant asleep on top of a mountain. Almost reminds me of, Moana. It's also mentioned in the book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 4 that there were giants in the earth in those days. I mean, could it be what we're seeing that's talked about in the Bible? Oh yeah, this rock formation that happens to look like an elephant. I mean, they do love to put the truth in the movies and shows, just like this one right here, and Moana, and so on. But I mean, what do you guys think about this? Y'all let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow me, and share this. And like always, God bless. If you guys would like, follow me on Facebook or Instagram. The link tree is in my bio.
My guy. So someone asked if I could do a video on Neanderthals. And I think I already did this video like twice already in the past, but I'll just do it again. Alright, so as y'all should know, scientists have found a new DNA called the Neanderthal DNA. And them finding out this DNA just proved that the stories of the Bible are actually true. See, if y'all have read the book of Enoch, y'all will see how Neanderthals came to be. The Enoch book is a lost book of the Bible. And there's also many, and I mean many books that have been taken out of the Bible. But if you read the book of Enoch, it will tell you how Neanderthals came to be and where this Neanderthal DNA came from. Also, scientists also tells you that every race contains Neanderthal DNA except for one race, African modern descendants, aka black people. Scientists don't even realize that they're proving even more why black people are actually the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the real Jews. One of the scientists was also caught saying that African modern descendants are actually the pure humans of the world. And that's not coming from me. They said that. And also, if you read the Bible, you will actually know that black people were the first creation. And no, this video isn't about race baiting or anything. It's all about telling the truth. So the Neanderthals came from giants. And the giants came from Nephilims. And the Nephilims came from the fallen angels. See, the Bible speaks about that the fallen angels were supposed to be protecting the humans. But instead, they begin to fancy them. And they begin to do sexual activities with the women and men. And when the fallen angels begin to have sexual activity with the men and women, they created their own offsprings, called Nephilims. And when the Nephilims began to have children, they created the giants, like those of Goliath. And when the giants began to have kids, they created Neanderthals. See, when the fallen angels began to lay with the men and women, the humans, they created these different type of beings, which is sort of half human and half fallen angel. It mixed up the two DNAs. See, the Neanderthal skin couldn't be exposed to the sun, so they had to move to a colder climate. And guess where that was? AKA the Caucasus Mountains, which is where they got the word Caucasians from. See, these Neanderthal skin grew lighter and lighter, which created the lighter skin pigmentation, which a lot of these races and ethnicities carry till this day. That's why you will see till this day that a lot of people will say that the whiter skin pigmentation or the paler skins, that it's a mutation, because everyone in the world was melanated at one point. That's why it's kind of crazy when I be seeing people argue about which land is theirs. This is our land. This is our land. Y'all don't even realize that all these lands originally started with all black people on them. Every Afro person in every part of anybody's land, Afro-Hispanics, Afro-Palestinians, wherever you are, any Afro person is the original people of that land. And it's crazy because black people get done the worst anywhere they go. And y'all don't even realize that that's really your land. But like I said in another video, y'all don't understand that that was one of the curses put upon us all as a people, along with many more curses. And this video was just about telling everybody the truth. I love you all, and let the truth set you free.
Hey, Tiny Tim, buckle up, because you are not ready to see the extent they will go to hide the fact that giants once roamed this level flat realm you call Earth. This is the Southeast Asian country of Laos, and you will not believe not only what has been found here, but what has been done to this place in an effort to keep you from knowing what was actually here at one point. You see, these human-sized mugs have been found all over the plains of Laos. And it has been speculated for decades about what these things actually are and who made them. But if you're familiar with my channel at all, you know who made them. And in my opinion, they weren't just made for drinking, they were made for cooking, because there are still lids on some of these mugs. Lids that literally depict on top of them what was to be cooked inside of them. Some with human-looking designs on them, and others with more reptilian or frog-looking designs. But the fact that giants were here isn't even the biggest part of this story. That's yet to come. But you should know by now that the sons of God came into the daughters of men and created the giants, just like is referenced in the Bible multiple times. Again here, when it talks about the sons of Anak, which were giants, and how we looked like grasshoppers in their sight. But the evidence doesn't just come in the form of their mugs or cooking utensils. No, it comes in the terrain as well. Because as usual, when you take a different perspective, you see exactly what's there, even down to an eye. And when you explore the terrain further, again, you see faces in the mountains. Literal petrified faces in the mountains. But again, the giants here aren't the biggest story. The biggest story is what they go through to hide this from you. Because do you know that Laos has been bombed more than any other country in the history of the world? This neutral country that is nowhere in the path on a flat earth or a globe map between Russia and the United States just happened to get the crap bombed out of them during the Cold War. That's how bad they don't want you to know the truth about this place you live. The truth that we're living in a created realm by a creator that giants once inhabited, which is talked about in the Bible. Because if you knew giants existed here, then it legitimizes the Bible. And then, you know what else it legitimizes? the creator of this place you call Earth. And of course, they wouldn't be they without putting the truth right in plain sight in the movie Gulliver's Travels, where there's a giant holding a giant-sized mug that looks an awful lot like the Louse mugs. But maybe I'm just smoking the good stuff again, as the trolls like to say in the comments. But it sure does look an awful lot like a giant petrified face to me. But as always, this video is just for shits and gigs. I just like to entertain you guys, and it's all for entertainment purposes, of course. Oh, and if you want to show off your actual knowledge of giants, go check out my gear. Research Smithsonian Giants, fittestflatearther.com. They're a whole different story though. Much smaller stature, but again, just for entertainment purposes.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.